Dreamers, what's the deal? We back again with another session here. Welcome to the land of the dreamers, baby. Welcome. Now you see I'm real comfortable today, you know what I'm saying? I got my nice little robe on, you feel me? Kick back. I got the do-rag on, laying down the waves, you feel me? Getting the baby hairs right for the future. I'm just cooling, man. Just came back from a nice workout, a nice cardio workout. I haven't had a cardio workout in a while, and I really bust my ass in the gym. Excuse me, for the language, YouTube. But I gotta keep it real, you know. I really went hard, and my reason for it is because I've been in this basketball league the past couple weeks with a couple of my homies from high school, and I realized like over the past couple of weeks, like even though I be in the gym, I work out, I do mostly weightlifting. That being in the gym, that being in shape does not contribute to being in physical shape as far as like running sports like basketball or football or even track or something like that would be concerned. Like I was not built for that, so these past 2 weeks I've been struggling out there. I realized I still got the game. I still can play the game. I do got to get over this mental hump of being just comfortable and not being like assertive. One of my homies, shout out to Fuzz. Shout out to my man's Fuzzy Slippers out there, man. Been getting on me about just my aggression. And, you know, I am a player that can actually play ball. I'm actually pretty good at this. Sometimes I just be so lax. It's been so long since I played the game and played the game serious that like I just be like, you know, I'm always like defense and rebounds, just getting up and down the court, helping a little in between, letting everybody else do their thing or whatever. But this is serious here, so I gotta take it up a notch. And so I was I don't know, but I just wasn't liking it. I wasn't liking the way I was feeling. I wasn't liking like how tired my body was getting, how tired my arms would get when I would go to grab the ball after a while. The second week I was doing a lot better in the beginning at being aggressive, but like once my body got tired, like I subbed myself out and just never really got my rhythm back. And I realized it's because like after a while, you know, my body is tired. You know, I'm not used to like, you know, constantly running back and forth and doing all these different exercises or whatever. I'm just like lifting weights, pausing in between, lifting heavy weight, pausing in between. So, yeah, I challenged myself today and pushed myself hard to really, to push myself past my limit, so that I could realize whenever I get to those points inside the game where like I'm tired and I feel like shit, I can't drive the ball. I grab a rebound, I come down and I'm winded, so it's like I can go back up, but if I go up, I know I don't really have the strength to put this motherfucker back, or at least that's what I'm thinking in my head, and my mind is so like weak to the point where like it's translating into my game. So I was in there with the medicine ball, you know, just handling it, putting a lot of pressure on my wrists and my forearms, you know, jumping up with the medicine ball, doing the ropes, a lot of leg work. I ran a lot, did some sprints, some light sprints, not nothing too hard, but some light sprints, pushing the body all back to back, just really just, you know, supersetting everything, just keeping it going just to push myself. So it was a good one. It was a good one. I'm really tired, if y'all can see it in my face. But I got to get this content out to y'all. So we here. We are here. I hope y'all had a great, amazing holiday. We just get past the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm not a celebrator of the holidays, but I'm also not a demeanor of anybody that does. Do your thing, Vera Wang. So hope everybody is doing well and ready to close out this year strong. I kind of want to segue my little story of my workout in the gym into some kind of deep. You know, I say we relaxing, but you know, it's always something with a deep perspective when this with me. As I was working out and I was pushing myself, one thing I always tell myself when I'm in the gym is staying focused, because there's always a lot of beautiful women in there, and I'm always one that likes to, you know, view and, you know, take my gander. But I tell myself stay focused because, you know, that can throw you off and, you know, get you off playing what you're doing and have you doing certain stuff certain ways or whatever. So I always try to lock in. But today, like, I just remember telling myself like multiple times, like whenever I would hit that point of being tired, whenever I would hit that point, like, felt like I was wore out and I wanted to quit, like, I'd be like, this is it. Like, this is what you're here for. Like, this is how you get better. This is how you are no longer tired in these moments next time. So I would push myself in one workout until I hit that point where I'm like, fuck. And then when I'm like, fuck, then I push myself again. I go again, I keep going, I go for another good 10 seconds, and then I'll stop. And then once I stop, I'll walk it off. I wouldn't let myself sit down on my knees and rest. I would get up, just keep my body, keep your body strong. Keep your body strong, get up. And I'm talking to myself, get your ass up. I walk back and forth for a minute. I was only giving myself about 20 to 30 second rest. And I'm back to the next workout, for a minute. And I'm, doing the battle ropes. And I'm going strong with it. And I could feel it every time. I could feel that weakness come. And it was tough. The first set was always the hardest. Like in every workout that you do, the first set is always the hardest. It's hard to get started. It's hard to lift that weight the first time. But like once you get past that first set, you get to that second set, it's easy. It's a lot easier than it was the first time. And you can actually add more weight. Most people go up in weight after that first lift. You start with the bar and you start lifting, increasing your weight. More of all of that, I bring that to say, in life, in general, like, we get tired, bro. Like, we get fucking tired. Especially for people who are out here, like, chasing a dream, they're chasing a goal, who's investing their time into things that you don't necessarily see instant gratitude from, like, or instant gratification, excuse me. Like, you get tiring, you get mentally tiring. But it's kind of at those points where when you become tired and you become weak and you feel like, yo, I'm ready to give this shit up. It's at that moment you should realize, what am I doing this for? Like, am I doing this for it to always be easy? And I said I wanted to be great at this. Am I pushing myself? Is this all I have for real? Because a lot of times mentally we'll give in first. Mentally we'll have that checkout. But our body can still keep going. Our body can go a whole lot further than we mentally know we can. But sometimes we check out here first and we put these limitations on ourselves. And that first sign of pain, that first sign of uncomfortability, that first sign of newness, it brings us to this point where, like, oh shit, we begin to panic. And we either give up or we keep going. And that's what ultimately separates the people who ultimately achieve their goals and the people who don't. Do you keep going when they get hard? Do you keep going when you get tired? Do you keep going when you have now stepped into a new territory? When you have now crossed a new plane? You have now ran the furthest that you have ever run. You have now run the fastest you have ever run. You have now gone the furthest you have ever gone. This is uncomfortable. I've never been here before. I've never done this before. Will you quit? Just because of the fact that this is your first time? Or will you live out that experience? You go through that struggle. You go through that tiredness. You push through that pain. And then the next time you reach that level, the next time you reach that so-called limit, it is no longer a limit for you. It is now a new beginning. It is now a new bar. It is now a new foundation for where now you can go further. This is what personal records are. This is what PRs are. This is what personal accomplishments are. You've only been so far. But once you reach that level, it is no time to give up and say, oh, okay, this is it. Nah, this is all I came for. Are you as strong as you can be? Because if you've gotten there, can you push it to go more? If you've made this happen, can you make more happen? But making more happen ultimately means putting in more work. But understand that it will be easier the second time around. The next time you hit that 30-mile mark, it won't be as hard as the first time you hit that 30-mile mark because you've already done it before. You've already done it before. And you will remember the pain that it took to get there. You will remember the anguish and and the fight that you had to put in to get there. And that sometimes may scare you, but you got to overcome that as well. You got to be able to know that, look, I've done it and I can do it. And when I do it, I can do more. Continue to push yourself, you know. So when we reach those walls, when we reach those tired times, when we reach those times when we feel like it's time to give up, that's the time when you got to push harder. That's the time when you got to see how far you can really go. What do you build? What are you built from? What are you made of? What cloth are you cut from? You know. So I don't know. I just felt like that was like something I was thinking about on my way back from the gym, and while I was in there the whole time, especially like doing like one of my parts where I was doing like my sprint, my last sprint, I almost threw up. But even when I like put my head down and I was like, you know, catching it, I was just like, yeah, that's exactly what I needed. That's exactly what I needed. I need to push myself to that point. So push yourself to that point. You know, when you feel like you're gonna puke, but know you're gonna be getting better in them times. That's just something like, man. But let's dig a little bit. I got some notes, some stuff that I took notes from. Let's see. Okay, so this is one of the things that I had on my mind. So quick story, right? I bought a laptop, a MacBook Air. I bought it for school. It was something I saved up for. I knew I was going to get, but then once I knew I was starting school in the fall, I was like, perfect excuse, you know, to do it more, but also for like my video editing, being able to, you know, have you know, bigger than my phone for like editing videos, shooting certain things, and, you know, just keeping me motivated, keep me going. And it's been doing a great job at that. But Apple decided to do an update, right? Update. It was a nice little update, you know. But when they updated it, I had to change my password to log into my computer, because I could no longer have my Apple ID password and my login to my computer as the same password. Security measures, right? So I do, you know, I do my do. I do it. I change it. I'm in. I log into my computer, and I'm getting in every time. I really got the finger recognition. You know what I'm saying? So I touch, boom, it usually let me in. But at one point, my volume on my computer just like stopped working. And I wonder what's going on. What's going on? I can't figure it out. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna restart it. Turn my computer off, turn it back on. Like, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Something not giving you sound, turn it off, turn it back on. It's your phone, do it with your phone. Do that with an app, close it out, bring it back up. All that. You feel me? Close, you know, turn it off, turn it back on. Boo, boo. I gotta log in. You forgot your password. You forgot your password. Now, I said something about resetting your password when the third time I did it, but it went away fast. Boom. Can't get in. Crap. Now I gotta figure out how to get in my computer. I can't remember what the password is to save my life. And I'm trying everything. It's locking me out. It's telling me I gotta wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's just, you know what I'm saying, progressing. I go through this big old thing. I try to go to reset the computer or reset the password through the system, you know what I'm saying? Because I do my Googling and my looking up. And I found out, you know what I'm saying, I go to Apple's website and it tells me how to do it. Because it asked me for a recovery key. So I don't have this recovery key. I end up getting a recovery key from my Apple ID. That recovery key was too long. It wasn't working. I called support. Look, bottom line is I had to reset my password. I tell you all that to say I had to reset my password for my computer. But not only reset my password for my computer, I had to restart my entire computer just to get into my computer. That's when shit get heavy. So I restarted my computer, and now everything's gone. All my apps that I've downloaded, all the videos I was working on, all that. Gone. I had skits that I was working on. I had songs that I was recording. I had highlight clips from the basketball league I was working on. that I had. I mean, I was taking video, but I was putting something together. About a week into it, gone. All of it gone. And I ain't gonna front. I was hurt. I was hurt when she told me I had to restart the computer. And I'm like, man, but if it's nothing I can do, I mean, I'm not about to hold myself up and just like not do it. Let's just get this over with. So we want to restart the computer. And I ain't gonna front. It took me like 2 days to even, well, a day to like even like start downloading apps again. I was kind of like, man, the defeat was in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, foot up your ass. The defeat was in me, bro. But I bounced back quick, bro. I was like, bro, I'm cut like that, bro. Like, all that shit I did, I can do it all over. And not only that, but, like, I always take everything as a reason. It's like, are you taking it serious? You know, was I taking it serious enough when I had it all there? Because I feel like I was kind of bullshitting a little bit. I'm like, all right, well, turn up then. Like, get this shit back. Now you got to work hard just to get everything back up to where you had it, where you had it at before. Like, fuck it, like, let's make it happen. And that mindset brought me to a point where I was just saying to myself, don't let getting behind stop you from moving forward. In that moment, I felt like I had got so behind. It was so much I wanted to do, so much I had already started, and I was already planning on when to put it out. I had this stuff planned out, and I'm like, this is how I'm gonna, keep my content being consistent. And man, when it hit, I was like, damn, now I gotta start all this over. I'm behind. Like, it's so much to do. It's so much to do. But I was like, if you don't start now, every day that you don't start, you're gonna be further and further behind from where you were supposed to be or from where you need to be. So get off your shoulders and get started. And so that's what I did. Got the computer back up. I downloaded back my little programs and stuff because I had to make some shirts or whatnot. Y'all be sure to check out me. You know what I'm saying? Just inbox your boy. I'm gonna have, the merch on this boy, but we all in house with it. Check out the Instagram, teamdream_Dewey. Y'all should see some stuff there. teamdream_customs was my custom wear page, but it's been a while since I dropped on there. Anyways, a lot of times I procrastinate as well. I'm a huge procrastinator, man. And sometimes I'll put stuff off, and I'll put it off to the point, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And then I'm so far behind on it that all the work that I gotta do, when I have to do it, it worries. I'm like, damn, you know what? I ain't even gonna do it. Or I know, damn, I gotta do too much. And like, so now I've set myself up. Excuse me. Damn, I had no spit that. I just use paper towels. Shit. Had to do a flip. But you get so concerned about all the work that you have to do to now complete the assignment in such a short amount of time that you just don't do it. You quit, you give up. It's like somebody having a head start in the race. All right, and they taking off and they running. You like, damn, I ain't gonna never catch them. I'll never be where they are. I'll never make it. Where they are from where I am. I'm behind. I'm 30 years old and I haven't even started school yet, or I haven't even started studying filming. I haven't started editing. I haven't started studying making candles or whatever the case may be. You're so far behind that you allow yourself to not put forth the effort at all. You never know what you could see come from it if you just put forth the effort. Don't let yourself get so far behind to where you feel like there's so much of a burden after so long that you just feel like there's nothing I can do but just throw this dream away. You allow something to build up so long. You allow feelings to build up so long. You allow negativity to build up so long. It's like it just clogs this drain up. It just clogs it. It continues to clog it. And before you know it, now you got to call the plumber out. You got to, extract, you gotta take out pipes and do all this stuff because you didn't just take initiative early. If you had to plunge the first little buildup of water you had seen, you would no longer have to go through that process, and it'll be a lot easier. So if you just, the first moment you notice it, the first moment you notice that you're behind, oh man, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, do it then. Do it now. When you have that idea, do it now. And that's sometimes my biggest thing that I fell on. I'll have ideas 1,000 times a day, but I always feel like I need something else other than what I have to make that idea happen. And then I'll either forget it or time will pass and it's no longer relevant. And I feel like I've given up. I mean, I've missed out on probably 1,000 viral videos. I've probably missed out on hundreds of videos of great content, all because of the fact that I just didn't take the initiative, or because I felt like somebody did it first, that my creativity isn't good enough. People are going to appreciate the way that I do something. So yeah, man, we put all these limitations on ourselves, and when it comes to moving forward, I don't want us to allow getting behind to be the thing that stops us, because no matter what, I don't care how long it takes you to finish the race, you can get to the finish line as long as you keep moving. I don't care if everybody finish first and you sleep at that mug. If you wake up and you take off and, you get there, like, you're going to get there. So, don't let getting behind stop you from getting to where you want to get. The goal is still out there. Yeah, man. Nothing too much after that. I did have some other notes, but they're really not too relevant to, the conversation here today. So that's more content that we can talk about later on. There's a billion things that I want to have conversations with y'all about, to be honest with y'all. There's some crazy situations going on in this world that we're going to just kick it about. We got the whole Diddy and Cassie thing going on, and I got a lot of opinion about that just because it, like, Diddy been crazy for years, bro. I've been knowing this, so all kind of things, man. So if y'all like to just hear some of that content, like I said, I know that we always get into the deep stuff, and this is my safe haven, my place to express my deep thoughts, because I am a comedian, I am an actor, I do all these other things. A lot of times it's hard for people to, appreciate the seriousness of things, even though most people do on my TikTok and stuff like that, or on the other page. But I just kind of want to filter it and, keep it kind of, keep it just everything in its own place. Let's just say that, I am tired at this point. I got to get my butt to bed pretty soon. That brain be spinning. But in closing, I definitely want to say to y'all, stay focused. Stay focused on your goals and your dreams, and just keep pushing. There's going to be times where it seems like nothing is happening. There's going to be times where it seems like you're making no motion, you're making no progression towards what you want to be doing. And it's those moments where you got to just stay down. You got to stay down, stay proactive in figuring things out. Another big thing that I've been going over in my mind is learning to trust God and trusting that He is going to take care of you and do what He needs to do. He knows your wishes. He knows your wills. He knows your intent. He knows you. And you have to trust Him to get where you got to go. You can't do it alone. Not physically, but especially spiritually. There's no way that you could possibly do it alone, because you haven't done it alone from this point forward. I don't care what your beliefs are. You have not done it alone up to this point. And understand that it takes that true trust in Him in those moments where you feel like you're weak. In those moments where you feel like you're far behind. In those moments where you feel like you want to quit. Those are the moments where you really need to give it up, get out of your body, let it go, and give it up to God, and give it up to whatever it is that you believe in, whether it's the universe, whether it's Allah, whether it's, it's all the same concept. I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in that Creator, and He He guides me and he does so many amazing things in my life and blesses me to be able to do it and give these gifts to other people. I know that at times I have to trust more. I have to trust more, especially in financial situations. Situations with just with my children, with taking risks. I know that I have to trust more. I have to put that trust. I equate the trust in God like breathing. Like when you feel like you can't breathe, there comes the biggest panic. That's the biggest panic that you'll really go through in life when you can't breathe. Even if it's simple. For the moment, something covers your mouth for too long and you under the blankets and start feeling the air get thin, you take the motherfucking blankets off quick. Or if somebody's holding your mouth and you can't breathe in your nose, like that's the panic. In the water, that's how people swallow water and they end up drowning themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they panic. You know, that is one of the toughest things in life is to not breathe. And in those moments where it gets tough and it's almost like, yo, I'm about to panic. I can't breathe. I need change. I need air. I need this. And it can be a multitude of things that I'm speaking of that can equate to this. For instance, I need more money, and you're just like, you're at that moment and you panic and you fucking around and just you do something, or you know, it's a moment of panic because you can't see the way. You know, you almost feel like, yo, if I don't do this, I'm going to die. But it's in those moments, in those hardest moments right there, where you have to trust. You have to trust that you're not gonna die. You have to trust that God will be that saving breath to enter your body and to give you all the things that you need. But you have to trust. You have to be able to trust. You have to be able to hold your breath in some moments. You have to be able to be tired, to be weak, and trust, because in those moments, that's when he's going to make you stronger. That's when he knows that you need him. That's when he's going to come into those moments. He's not going to come into your life if you're continuously getting to the point where I can still hold my breath a little bit, but I ain't really trying to go through this, so I'ma just breathe. Like, no, you got to get to that point. You have to push yourself to that point. You got to get to the point where, like, yo, God, I need you. I need this. I need, like, there's we've all been there. And so I know those moments that you're thinking of where you've been at that moment where it's like, yo, this is it. You feel like it was over. You feel like there was nothing else there. But you made it through that situation. Those are the moments where God's going to come through and swoop through and just take you through exactly, you know what I'm saying, or will give you exactly what you need to get through that situation. But it's on you to trust him. A lot of times we will panic. We will run out the situation before God gets there. Before he gets there to put his hand on us. Before he gets there to give the gift to us. We will panic and leave the room. We will panic and take the breath too early. And he just said, trust me, hold it just a little bit longer, I'm clearing the room, of the gas, I'm clearing the room of the gas. And you breathe and you take in a little bit of the gas. That just reminded me of the story where he was telling, you know, Shreddy and homie, Jacob, right? Yeah. Not to look back. And Shreddy looked back. A pillar of salt. It's like, shit, you gotta trust. Just go. I don't need nothing back there. Just go. You have to just trust it. You have to just hold your breath. Hold your breath. Keep going. And eventually, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna make it there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your breath. You're gonna have your time. It's gonna be peaceful. I hope that made some sense. Because part of the times I feel like I was like slipping in and out of it, you know, trying to really grasp it. But I think I gathered it all together at the end, man. You know, trust in yourself, trust in God. You gonna make it through. Don't panic, don't run away. Stand strong, stand on business, stand 10 toes down, and anyways, my peoples, that's the end of this. I think I got some stuff running through my head, so I'm trying to get this content out before it actually get out of my head. That's what this about. So I'll see y'all again later, man, real soon. Y'all stay focused, y'all stay loving, y'all stay dreaming, and y'all know the motto: peace, love, and dreams. Pow.